African Renewable Energy Initiative is a great initiative led by the Africans. I think in the climate negotiations, while we continue to demand the North to take their responsibility, on the other hand, the South cannot wait. And so it's really great that Africans are taking the initiative and driving this great effort to power Africa with renewables. I think African Renewable Energy Initiative is really one of the very few highlights coming out of the climate negotiations in the recent years. China is very willing and eager to work with Africa on these issues, but when we first look at China itself, and the renewable industries were probably non-existent 20 years ago, but in this short 20 years, China has become the world leader in both production as well as installed capacity for renewables. So I think China itself has lots of lessons and experiences to be shared with Africa. In terms of leapfrogging, I think Africa now really, in terms of electricity as well energy service, Africa really have the chance to have a distributed system. That's a possibility not feasible 20 years ago with the technology back then, but now it's totally feasible. And so in that aspect, they can really leapfrogging. I think, for example, distributed solar probably would be the fastest as well as the cheapest way to offer people energy service in non-grid connected areas. And yes, I think in the initial stage, probably Africa need to buy lots of these things from China. But when you really look at how can we really scale up and make it sustainable, Africa do need to build its own industrial capacity, basically to supply most of the services as well as the equipment by itself down the road.